put that over there.
Am I pointing it to you?
Yeah, you're going to point it at me. All right, Cody, before we go check out the car that you came in to see, I want to let you know that we've done something here that no other store in West Virginia has done. Look, consumers have had a couple fears. They've had them for 100 years when they walk onto a dealer's lot. Now, you may or may not have those fears, but I'll ask you about the first one. Our customers tell us, and have been telling us for about 100 years, well, we haven't been here that long, but they've always been afraid of paying a car dealer too much for a car or a truck. Is that one of your fears?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't blame you. You know, we don't have the greatest of reputations. And ownership is known for a long time that lots of people, even when we make the absolute best deal that can possibly be made, if they don't understand that it's a good deal, well, they're not going to make a decision to take delivery of the vehicle, so they leave. So we came up with an idea that makes it literally impossible for you to pay us too much. It's in writing. And we guarantee that our price will not be beat by not just anybody in Morgantown, not just West Virginia, but throw in Pennsylvania, throw in the entire eastern seaboard, throw in the world. Because this is the way it works. When you take delivery today, we give you 5 days. And if you so desire, you could check out any website you want to anywhere. It could be a new dealer franchised website, it could be an independent used car website, it could be Craigslist for that matter. And if you find a similar vehicle to the one you buy from us today, and it's got the same benefits we offer, and it's advertised for a lower price, Cody, just pick up that phone and say, hey Steve, gotcha. Just show us the ad and we'll cut you a check back for the difference on the spot. It's in writing. We guarantee you can't pay too much for a vehicle here at Premier. Now, Cody, has any dealer ever told you that before and put it in writing?
No, absolutely not.
Well, that's one fear you don't need to worry about. Now, another fear is, hey, look, in most retail stores, if you buy something and you get it home and you decide you want to exchange it, they'll let you exchange it, right? But if you buy a car from a car dealer, you're stuck with it. Not at Premier. We have a 72-hour exchange policy. All right. Look. People worry about making a mistake, buying a $25 or $30 or $35 or $15 or $10,000 vehicle. You don't have to worry about that. First of all, we're going to bust our butt to make sure you pick out the right vehicle, a vehicle that meets your needs and certainly fits in your budget. But if you do get it home, you've got 72 hours basically to try it before you buy it for sure. Because if during those first 72 hours, as long as you don't put more than 300 miles on it and you don't wreck it, it's got to come back in the same condition, we'll let you bring it back and exchange it for another one. By the way, we put that in writing too. So, Cody, we're going to have some fun today. This is going to be quick. This is going to be pleasant because two big fears that most people have, you don't need to worry about. You can't pay us too much. You can't buy the wrong vehicle. Let's go check out the vehicle you came in to see, okay?
Yeah,
absolutely. How many times do you think I've done that?
A time or two.
Yeah, a time or two. It requires practice, okay? Now, most stores aren't set up for practice. It's not part of the retail automotive culture. It should be, because you guys are going to be working in the most competitive of all environments. You win or you lose. There is no second place, third place, fourth place money. If a baseball player signs a contract, the Atlanta Braves, they signed a fella a couple years ago by the name of Dan Ugla, $12 million a year.
I'm a Braves fan too. That one hurt.
He was a disaster. He did not bat 200. But what did he make?
A lot.
$12 million a year. He was not paid to win. He was paid to play. And he was paid to play poorly. Golf is a commission sport, okay? If you suck on the PGA Tour and you don't make the cut, you don't make a penny. But you don't have to win to make a lot of money. As a matter of fact, if you make the cut each week and you just finish the weekend out and you finish dead last all year long, you make yourself a little over $500,000 finishing dead last. In a PGA tournament, the average winnings are about $1.2 million, $1.3 million. Second place is about $800,000. Some tournaments, last place pays $80,000. Your environment is not like that. Josh, if a customer comes in and you meet and greet them and you do the best job you can, but they don't say yes, they don't buy that day, and by the way, it will happen, will you follow them up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's say that same customer that you can't sell comes over to my store and I do a good job, but I can't get them to say yes either. I'm going to follow them up too. When I follow them up, they say this to me: Steve, you're a great guy. Loved the car you had. Loved your store. Super individual. Next time we're in the market for a car, shoot, we'll certainly consider you. It was a photo finish. But over there at Premier, Josh won by a nose. We're driving his Chevrolet. What's my reward for finishing in second place by a nose?
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. And it's really worse than that because you feel like you're gutted. This close. You lose. You win or you lose in this business. So wouldn't it make sense that practice would be a good idea? Well, it's not part of our culture. You three are all brand new. You three can practice together. Okay? Role play together. Beat each other up. All right? Because by the time you get to a real live customer, they'll be a dream. Okay? I'm going to ask you to memorize things. I don't want you to sound like me. I want you to sound like Cody. I want you to sound like Anthony. I want you to sound like Josh. But in order to be yourself, you're going to have to memorize stuff, internalize it, and then bring it out your own way. We're practicing right now. That's what this is. And what I hate about this business is too often when I leave, the practice stops. Let's face it, the more often you do this, the better you're going to get at it, the more confidence you're going to have, the better you're going to get at it, the more confidence you're going to have, the better you're going to get at it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I want you to practice your profession, okay? Move that camera over this way. Anthony, how many keys do you have to your trade-in? Two. That's good news. All right, and the reason I say it's good news is the more keys you've got, the more valuable your vehicle. Now that sounds a little crazy, but here's the way it works. Have you ever lost and had to pay to replace a key in a key fob? Okay, that's again good news, because had you lost a key and had to pay to have the fob and key replaced, you would have been in for a rude surprise. And that rude surprise is keys no longer cost 50 cents or $1.50 or $5 or $10 to replace. Those key fobs are little mini computers. Those keys have got chips that match up with the computer in the vehicle. When you lose one of those things, you have to replace a mini computer, you have to replace the chip in the key, and you have to have both of those programmed to match up to the computer in your car. That can run you anywhere from $250 to $500. Now, you'll be glad to know with this Motor Trend certified vehicle, key replacement comes with it complimentary for 1 year. That means should one of your keys fail, just quit working, because by the way, the factory warranty doesn't even cover these things if it was a new car, much less a used car. But if it quits working and it's more than a battery, we'll pay to replace that key. If you lose it, drop it in the lake. We'll pay to replace that key and key fob and the programming. But we'll go further than that. If you lose an entire key ring, we'll pay an additional $200 to help you replace the other keys on the key ring. If you need lockout service to get in your vehicle or your house, if you dropped your house key in the lake, we'll pay for a locksmith to open up both your car and your home. We'll pay for substitute transportation. We'll pay for towing. As a matter of fact, the claim can run up to $950 to replace one key. Anthony, we'll replace up to 2 keys for you in that first year, okay? If you lose more than 2, there's something wrong with you, Anthony. You probably have a drinking problem and you need to quit drinking, because we will not replace more than 2. But by the way, you can extend this coverage if you plan on keeping the car for more than 2 years. You can take it out to 2, 3, 4, even 5 years, okay? Boom. Find out, he's got 2 keys. If he had 1 key, I'd say, where's it? Tell me you've only got 1 key.
Only got 1 key.
Okay, Anthony, where's that other key? No chance you can find it. Okay. Well, here's the reason I asked the question. The more keys you have, the more valuable your vehicle. Literally, keys have gotten so expensive that they affect the resale value of vehicles. Okay, I mean, it's crazy. And when I say so expensive, I'm talking anywhere from $250 to $500. Those keys have got chips in them. The chips match up with the computer in the vehicles. The key fobs match up with the computer in the vehicles. They both need to be, if you lose one, they both have to be replaced, and it requires programming. You'll be glad to know that because you chose a Motor Trend certified vehicle for the first year, you get a complimentary key replacement. We'll replace up to 2 keys for you. We'll not just replace the keys and the key fobs, we'll pay for the programming. If you lose an entire key ring, we'll pay for up to $200 additional for the other keys on your key ring. Need a locksmith to get into your house or get in your car, we'll pay for a locksmith. Need substitute transportation, we'll pay for substitute transportation. Need the vehicle towed to the nearest Chevy or Buick or GMC store, we'll pay for towing as well. Okay? So rest assured, when you buy a Motor Trend certified vehicle, you don't have to worry about paying for key replacement. We got you covered. Okay? Slide it down. Josh, you're looking at a used car, which, by the way, tells me you're a smart guy. People that buy pre-owned and used cars are not taking the depreciation hit that people that buy new cars do. So my hat's off to you. But most people that are buying a used car sometimes have a concern about where that car's been, how it's been treated. And quite frankly, they don't want to buy somebody else's problem. Is that one of your concerns?
Absolutely.
And well, it should be. You're looking at a Motor Trend certified vehicle. You can eliminate that particular fear, and here's why. In order to Motor Trend certify a vehicle, it has to pass not just our dealership inspection, it has to pass Motor Trend's inspection. If there's one item on that inspection list that it does not pass, we have a choice. We can either say, well, we don't want to fix it, we'll send it to the auction, another dealer around here will buy it, and they'll put it on their lot. You may have even seen some of those cars if you've been shopping for any length of time. If we choose to fix it, which we normally do, then and only then can we Motor Trend certify it. But Motor Trend wants us not just to inspect it and fix it. Motor Trend wants us to stand behind it and guarantee it. So we do for 6 months or 7,500 miles. Most of the mechanical workings of that vehicle are guaranteed. In that, if they fail, we'll pay for the repair. All you pay is a small $100 deductible. So if your windshield wiper motor goes out, we'll buy you a new windshield wiper motor. Now, if the windshield wiper blade wears out, you pay for the blade. We don't cover wear and tear items. We'll cover your engine, but if the belt or a hose wears out, well, that's a wear item. You would pay for that. We'll cover your braking system, but if your brake pads wear out, well, first of all, in order to be a Motor Trend certified vehicle, the brake pads have got to have a lot of pad left, but if you ride the brakes or something over the next 6 months and they wear out, well, you would pay for the brake pads. Okay? All this is in writing, and it's done to guarantee you that you are buying a vehicle that is in not just top-notch shape, but guaranteed as well. And by the way, that warranty is good anywhere in the United States with any ASE certified mechanic. We certainly want you to bring it back here if something happens, but if it turns out you're in Texas or Idaho, the warranty is still good. Fair enough?
Fair enough. What if I want to keep it for longer?
Well, as a matter of fact, you will have the opportunity to extend that coverage. We hope you plan on keeping it more than 6 months. When you meet our business manager, he will let you know all the different plans that are available to you.
Sounds good.
Cool?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's see how good we look.